Hi everyone, it is Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a reformer class for you focused a lot on core and arms. We are going to do a lot of planks today, just a heads up. And then for props, we're gonna go ahead and grab a box. We're gonna do a lot of extension just to stretch out your core today after all of our core work. We're gonna start with your foot bars all the way down. I have a heavy and a light spring on my reformer to do core and arms to start with. If you want to go heavier than that, you can always go one heavy, one medium. If you want to go lighter than that and just do one heavy spring, you can. That is up to you. So again, I just have one heavy, one light spring on. If you want to go heavier, lighter, up to you. I'm going to lie myself down. Headrest can be up or down. That is up to you as well. And then once we get down onto our carriages, we're going to reach behind us and grab our short loops into our hands. Now, when we grab a hold of our short loops, our arms are just gonna go straight up to the ceiling. Hands are right over our shoulders. We're right into our neutral spine, so we should have that nice natural curvature of our low backs. And we're gonna bring our knees up into a tabletop position. Legs are zipped together. We're gonna start with our ab curls today. So on an exhale, I'm gonna press my arms down on my chin to my chest, curl right up into an abdominal curl. And then we're gonna inhale to return back down with control. Again, I'm gonna exhale, nod, curl up to my bra line, and then inhaling as I return back down. Exhale, nod, curl to that bra line, inhaling as I return. So I want to think I'm working that nice articulation of my spine as I come up, and then returning back down with control. And then every time I come up, I'm just making sure that I'm not collapsing into my low back. So I'm holding that nice neutral spine the entire time. We're just going to go for 2 more. Inhale to return, and then last one, exhaling as we nod, curl. Inhale to return, and then we can relax our feet back down. We can give ourselves a little stretch. We can always sway our knees, hug them, stretch them, whatever feels best in our bodies. And then the next time we come up, we are going to hold ourselves into our curls. So let's extend our arms back up to the ceiling, knees up into a tabletop position. Our legs are zipped together. 1 curl, I'm gonna exhale, press curl myself up. We're gonna pause again at the top. On an inhale, we're gonna dip our right toes down towards the springs. We exhale to lift back up, and then we inhale to dip the left toes down, and then we're exhaling to lift. So I'm keeping my knees bent at that 90-degree angle. I'm hinging at my hip to dip down, and then I'm engaging my obliques to pull each leg back up. So I want to think right leg, right obliques, left leg, left obliques, arms and wrists stay long. Again, we're holding that curl to our bra lines. If the necks are an issue, then the heads can go back down. We inhale to dip, we exhale to lift. Let's do 1 more with the right toes dipping, 1 more with the left toes dipping. Then when we come up, arms up, heads down, relax the feet, and we can give ourselves, again, a little stretch. We can sway our knees, hug them, stretch them, whatever feels best. The next time we come up, we're going both toes. So let's go arms back up to the ceiling, hands right over our shoulders, knees up into a tabletop position, legs are zipped together. 1 curl, we're gonna press curl ourselves up, pause at the top. I'm gonna inhale, dip both toes down this time, and then exhale, scoop into my low abs to lift. Inhale, hinging at the hips to dip down, exhale to lift. Legs are just going to stay zipped together. Again, arms and wrists stay long. Hold your curls. Inhale, hinge dip, scooping into the low abs as we pull the knees back up into that tabletop position. Inhale down, exhaling as we come back up. Let's go for 3, 2, and then last one, when we come up, again, arms up, heads down, relax feet. Feel free to give ourselves a little stretch. We're gonna go back into our single legs next. So I'm gonna reach my arms back up to the ceiling. Knees are gonna go up into our tabletop position again. Legs are zipped together. 1 curl. We're gonna exhale, press curl up. We pause at the top. We inhale to reach the right leg out to a challenging level. Exhale to pull back in. Left leg extends, and exhale. We inhale to reach. We exhale to pull back in. Again, we're engaging our obliques with that single leg work. Inhale out. Exhale to pull back in. Let's go for 4. Keep that pelvis nice and heavy. 3, 2, 2, and then last one. When we come back in, arms up, head down, relax our feet. And then again, we are just moving into a little stretch, giving ourselves a break, going back with both legs next. So let's extend the arms back up to the ceiling, knees into our tabletop position, legs up together. One curl, we're gonna press curl up. We pause again at the top. On an inhale, I'm gonna reach both legs out to a challenging level. Exhale to pull both knees back in. Inhale, reach both legs out. Exhaling as we come back in, drawing the abs in and up as we pull again the legs back in. Inhale to extend, scoop into those low abs, making sure that we're not collapsing into our low backs when our knees come in. If the necks are an issue, heads go down. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. And then again, arms up, heads down, relax our feet, and we can just give ourselves a little stretch. Now, we have 2 more things with our core. We're gonna go into straight legs. After those 2, we're gonna repeat this whole series all the way through. So I'm gonna extend my arms back up to the ceiling, knees go up into a tabletop position, legs are going to go straight up to the ceiling, and then we're gonna press curl up into an abdominal curl hold. Inhale, the right leg lower straight down towards our foot bar. We exhale to lift, left leg lowers, exhaling as we come back up. Again, engaging our obliques to pull each leg back up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Try to hold those curls. If the necks are an issue, heads go down, lower, and lift. Let's do one more with the left leg. When it comes up, bend your knees, arms up, heads down, relax the feet. And again, just give ourselves a nice stretch. Last thing will be both legs lowering and lifting. So let's reach our arms up to the ceiling, knees in our tabletop position, legs go straight up to the ceiling, press curl ourselves back up into that abdominal curl. Inhale, lower both legs down to a challenging level, and we're gonna scoop into our low abs to lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Again, arms and wrists stay long, all low abs, no low back. If you feel it in your low back, shorten your range of motion. We're gonna go for 2 and 1. Bend the knees, arms up, head down, relax our feet, and then we can just go ahead and give ourselves a little stretch. Now, again, we're gonna repeat that whole series all the way through. We have 6 of everything. Try to stay with me so that we can stay on pace. We're doing 6 of everything. If the necks are an issue at any point, heads go down. Arms are gonna go back up to the ceiling. Knees go up into our tabletop position. Legs are zipped together. We're gonna press curl back up into that abdominal curl hold. We inhale, we dip the right toes down. We exhale to lift, left toes dip, exhale, lift. So we hinge at the hips to dip down, exhale up, left, and up. We're gonna do one more right, one more left. Then once we come up, pause, both legs in our tabletop position, dip both toes down, lift both knees up, dip both toes down, scoop into the low abs to lift. We have 3. I'm drawing my low abs into my back. Last one, when we come up, pause, right leg extends out to a challenging level, exhale in, left leg out, exhale back. We inhale to extend, exhale back in for 3, 2, last one. Now we're gonna go both legs out to a challenging level, scoop into our low abs to pull back in. Again, we're not collapsing into those low backs when these come in. If the necks are an issue, heads down for 3, 2, last one. Now when I come in, legs go straight up to the ceiling. Right leg lowers, we lift straight up. Left leg lowers, we lift again, arms, wrists long. If you're in your curl, you're looking towards your core. We have one more right, one more left. Then when it comes up, both legs lower down to a challenging level, both legs lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift for 4 more. Draw those abs in and up. All low abs, no low back. 2 and 1. Bend the knees, arms up, heads down, relax the feet, and we can just give our necks a little bit of a stretch here. Okay, We are going to stay on this red yellow spring. If it's too heavy, go ahead and take off the light spring and just do one heavy. I'm gonna push myself out, take my hands onto the posts that hold on to our shoulder blocks, knees go up into a tabletop position. Again, if this is too heavy, take off the light spring. We're gonna pull up, extend, pull up, extend. I want your elbows just to be up towards the ceiling. It's just little movements here. Up and extend, pull, extend. Our shoulder blocks are most likely in the way. Ignore them pushing into your shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and then find that wooden platform, or you can take your feet onto the rail and ride it back. Okay, that is it for those little pull-ups. We're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides. One red spring or one heavy spring on your reformer. Everything else comes off. Foot bars go up to the starting position. And I'm gonna start on the left side of my reformer. So if I'm lying down, that left side, we're going to set up with our right foot back on the shoulder block that's closest to us. Left foot is going to be on the floor. And then when I stand up on my left leg, my hip is right over my ankle. My right knee is going to be lifted off the carriage. Both hands are going to go into your foot bar. Again, one heavy spring. If you need more assistance, you can always add on a light with this. I'm going to push my carriage out with my right leg and then just hold it here. I'm squeezing my glute. We're gonna start with a little lunge. So the right leg stays long. I'm gonna bend my left knee to sink into a lunge. And then when I start to extend my left leg long, I'm gonna kick my leg back. The carriage should come home. We're gonna set the foot down, go back into a lunge. So every time we start to extend the left leg, we kick it behind us. I'm in a flat back position here, and then we're gonna set the foot back down. 4 more times. We're gonna lift, and then come back down into that lunge. Lift, kick your leg, back into that lunge for 2, and then last one. Okay, now once we come down, we're gonna pause. This next time we lift, we're gonna tuck the pelvis and round through the spine. So as I straighten my left leg, I'm gonna tuck my pelvis, scoop into my abs, lift my left foot off the floor by rounding through my spine, and then I'm gonna set the foot down, bend my left knee, sink back into that lunge. Again, we're gonna tuck round, lift the left foot up, and then set it back down. Exhale, tuck around, and inhale back down. I'm gonna scoop in to those abs to lift my leg. We're just gonna go for 3. It's like a cat. 2, and 1, and down. Okay, set your right knee down. Give that hip flexor a little stretch. It does do a lot of work for that. Now we're gonna do a little combo motion next. We're going to start by when we come in, we're kicking our leg back. Then when we go back into our lunge, we're gonna round to come back up. So we're doing those same 2 movements back to back. Again, left foot down, you bend your left knee, you push the carriage out, your right leg stays straight. We're gonna bring our carriage in, kick our left leg straight back. I'm into more of a flat back position. Find the floor, and now we round and lift the left leg. So we go straight back when we kick, and then we go around back when we lift. We go straight back, and then around spine. And we exhale every time the carriage comes in. Let's go. 3, 2, last rounded spine, and down. Okay, again, feel free to set your right knee down, stretch back. That is a lot for quads and hip flexors. We are staying on this side. So I'm gonna just bring my carriage all the way in. Again, if you need more assistance, add on one light spring. Otherwise, just stay on the single heavy. I'm staying on my single heavy. We're gonna push the carriage back out with our right leg. We're gonna hold out here. I'm gonna bring my chest so it's right over the foot bar. I'm gonna step my left foot and wrap it behind my right. We're gonna push the carriage out and we're gonna pull the carriage in with our arms. We push out with our arms. We exhale to pull back in. 4 more times, as far as you feel comfortable. 3, abs are in. 2, and 1. Okay, now the right hand stays. We take the left foot. It goes against the shoulder block behind us. We rotate to the left side. We reach our left arm up to the ceiling for a little side plank. Side planks, we're gonna push our right arm out again. We're gonna pull it back in as far as you feel comfortable. Push and pull, hold that plank. Inhale out, exhale back in. We'll do 3, 2, it can be very small, and 1. Okay, bring your carriage all the way in, step your feet forward. Now before we do the other side, we're gonna take our toes to the edge of the carriages, thumbs are with your fingers, and then shoulders are right over your hands, your chest is over the foot bar. This is gonna feel a little heavy to start. Keep the toes curled. We are going to push the carriage out, straight legs, and then we're gonna bend the knees. Now, when we bend the knees, I'm gonna have a little tuck in my pelvis. I'm gonna keep my right foot on the carriage. The right leg is gonna press out, my left foot just comes off, and then when I bend my right knee, my left foot finds the edge of the carriage, same thing on the left. The left leg presses, the right leg comes off, then the right foot finds it. We alternate right leg out and in, left leg out and in. Those arms are staying in the same spot. So you should really feel your shoulders and your arms working to stabilize you here. Again, 1 red or 1 heavy spring. Exhale out, inhale back. I should just be grazing right over your foot bar. Push, resist. I'm squeezing my butt every time I press out. 4, really feeling those arms. 3, and 1. Okay, come back in, step to the right side this time. Same series on the right. Left foot is gonna be back, right foot is on the floor. Both hands are gonna go onto your foot bar. If you need to give your wrist a little roll, you can. Now, again, 1 heavy spring. If you need to make it easier, add on a light spring with that. If you want to make it harder, you can go lighter than 1 heavy. I'm going to lift my left knee up. When I stand, my right hip is over my ankle. Push the carriage out. With your left leg, it's going to stay long. We bend our right knee to sink into a lunge. Now, as I lift my pelvis slightly up to bring the carriage in, I'm going to kick my right leg straight back. Find the floor, bend your knee. Kick back. Find the floor, bend your knee again. More of a straight back than a rounded spine. You might round a little bit to bring the carriage in, but more of like a neutral spine here. 3, really feeling that left leg. 2, and 1. Okay, right into it. This time we tuck round to lift the right foot up. We sink down into our lunge. Tuck round, sink into a lunge. It's like that cat back. I'm scooping and rounding, setting my right foot down into my lunge. Scoop round, down into your lunge. 2 more, and 1, and down. Okay, set your knee down. Feel free to give yourselves a little stretch. We have that combo movement next. Flat back, round spine, flat back, round spine. So bring your carriages in, take your right knee off. Push the left, take your left knee off. Push your left leg out, bend your right knee. Start with your flat back. So when I lift my hips, I kick my right leg straight back. I find the floor, then I'm gonna tuck round, lift my right foot, find the floor. We go straight, find the floor into your lunge, round, floor into lunge, straight, floor lunge, round, floor lunge. Good, lift and lower. You should really feel your left quads, hip flexors. We're gonna do 2 more flat backs, 2 more round. Okay, 1 more flat, 1 more round. Then find the carriage with your left leg, push out and give your quad and hip flexor a stretch. Okay, our carriage comes all the way back in. Last thing that we're gonna do, wrap our leg into those planks. So hands go back onto the foot bar, both to the side. I'm gonna push my left leg out, push into my palms, abs are in. We're gonna take our right foot, we're gonna hook it behind the left. We push our carriage out, we pull in, range of motion up to you. Out and in, abs are in. Inhale and exhale. We'll do 3, 2, 1. Okay, the left hand stays. We take the left foot to the shoulder block behind us. We rotate our toes to the right. We open up to the right for our side planks. We push out with our left arm and in, out with the left and in. And I'm not going super far here. I do not trust myself for these side planks. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, find the foot bar with your right hand, walk forward with those toes. Again, one heavy spring on for this next series. Toes go right to the edge. Same thing that we did before. Hands are on. If you need to give your wrist a quick roll, you can. Legs push out one time, then we bend the knees. Ready? Right leg goes out, left foot comes off. We find the carriage, we go left leg out, right leg off. Find the carriage. It's an exhale and an inhale. Abs are in to your backs. I want you to squeeze your glutes. Think arms and legs. Abs are in, out, in. Eyes are just grazing right over your foot bars. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, okay. Bring it in, fold forward, head heavy, chest heavy. My hands are on the foot bar or off the foot bar to stretch. Give your wrists a nice roll. Okay, into extension on the box. Step off of your reformer, grab your long box. And the long box goes on in front of your shoulder blocks. Again, one heavy spring. We're gonna lie on our stomachs on our boxes, facing the foot bar. When we get down, bra lines are going to be at the edge of the box. Then once you guys get your bra lines onto the edge, hands are gonna go wide onto your foot bar. Elbows are open out nice and wide. Now, I'm not picky with legs. They can be wide, they can be together. Personal preference, whatever feels best for your backs. I go a little wider than hip distance away with my legs. We're gonna push our arms out one time, we hold. Now, before we lift up into a swan, shoulders are down out of the ears. We're gonna push our pubic bone down into the box, and when we push, we should get an activation of our glutes and hamstrings. On an inhale, I'm gonna lift my chest up into my extension. My shoulders are down. I'm almost reaching my chest or my arms, keeping the squeeze of the glutes. Eyes are just grazing right over your foot bar. They don't look forward. And then we exhale to push back out. So we inhale to lift, shoulders down, collarbones wide, eyes just look slightly forward, not up, and then right back down. Every time I lift up, I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm not overextending in my low back. And then we exhale to push back down. Inhale, lift, and exhale to lower. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. And down. Now, once we come back in, we're gonna pause with our carriages in. We're moving into push-ups. I'm gonna add on a medium spring with my heavy to make it heavier for my arms. If you wanna go lighter, you can go one heavy, one light spring, or if you wanna work your arms even more, you can go 2 heavies. Up to you how heavy you make this, how light you make it for your arms. So again, I am personally on one heavy, one medium spring for push-ups. Hands are gonna go wide, Elbows are wide. We're pushing our pubic bone down. Legs again, wherever they feel comfortable. We should have active glutes and hamstrings. Eyes are just looking straight down at the floor. We exhale to press all the way out. We bend wide to come back in. Exhale out, bend wide. Actually, I think I'm gonna go a little heavier today. I'm gonna add on a light spring with my heavy, medium, and light. Oh yeah. Exhale away. Inhale back. So again, I have one light, one medium, one heavy. You guys can go heavier, can go lighter. It is up to you for push-ups. Again, active legs, active glutes, abs are in, eyes are down to the floor. We press out, we bend wide, out, and wide. Think lengthen through the crown of your head. 4, 2, and 1. Okay, then once we come back in, we're gonna pause in, relax your legs and your arms, elbows. I want to go right into the sides of the box. Hands go a little closer towards each other. We're doing narrow push-ups next. Again, you can make this heavier, lighter, whatever feels best for your bodies. Push your pubic bone down, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings, tiny little lift of your chest. We exhale to press out, elbows should touch the sides of the box. Exhale away. Again, elbows just touch the sides of the box as we come back in. Really feeling our biceps working here. Abs are in. Let's go for 5. 2, and 1. Okay, then once we come in, we can just go ahead, relax. We're gonna step off to the side of our box. Now, once we step off, one more thing on our box. Foot bars are going all the way down. We're going to one heavy spring on a reformer. Everything else comes off. So again, one heavy. Grab your straps off the pegs. We're gonna take them into one hand, the hand that's closest to your reformer. You're gonna sit on your box facing your foot bars and then take your straps into both hands. Just make sure we have long loops and your straps are not crossed. We're gonna scoot very far forward to the edge of our box so we have plenty of space behind us. We're going into full teasers. One teaser prep and then a full teaser after that. Arms are gonna be long at our sides, palms are facing forward. I'm gonna tuck my pelvis, roll back into my little J curve so I have that nice rounded shape in my spine. Knees go up into a tabletop position. Legs are zipped together. We're gonna reach our arms forward. The shoulders are down out of the ears. Now, you can either keep your knees bent or you can extend your legs. If your hip flexors don't like it, bend your knees. We're gonna tuck our pelvises, roll down onto the box. The legs are going to go long. And then once we get our shoulders and our heads down, our arms are just open out to a T. Our legs are long over our foot bar. They're just kind of lazy here into a teaser. I'm gonna exhale, nod my chin to my chest, push into my palms, lift up into a teaser. Take an inhale here, long legs or bent knees. Exhale, roll our spines back down. Inhale at the bottom. Ready, exhale, chin to chest. Press your palms to your hips. Lift your chest. Lift your legs, take an inhale, and then we're exhaling to roll back down. We're gonna do 3 more. Exhale as we roll up into that teaser. Inhale at the top. Exhale as we roll back down for 2. Inhale here. Woo. Exhale back down. We gotta find that nice balance. And then last one. Lift. Inhale, and then roll back down. Okay, take the straps into just your right hand, roll over to the right side. We're gonna actually lay down on our bellies here. Now, once we lie down on our stomachs, we're gonna take both straps into each hand, grab the knotted part of your ropes. Your bra line again should be at the edge of the box. Back into our extensions, just to give our core a little bit of a stretch. Hands should be on the outside frame of your carriage. Legs, again, I'm not picky, either zip together or apart, whatever feels best with your backs. We're gonna inhale, start to reach our palms to our hips. I'm gonna lift my chest slightly above the carriage, squeeze my glutes and my hamstrings, lengthen through the crown of your head. Your hands should be all the way down to your hips, and then we're gonna return ourselves back down. So again, I'm gonna inhale, pull back, lift, reach, and we're gonna exhale to return ourselves back down. Every time we come up, we lift our chest slightly up into the extension, we squeeze our glutes, we send our tailbone towards our heels, we lengthen through the crown of the head, we exhale to return down, abs draw away from the box every time we come down. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach, exhale to return. Let's go for 2, and down. And then last one. Now in this one, we have to hold ourselves up. We're gonna bend the elbows and then extend for triceps. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Keep that little extension of your spine. Reach through your fingers, or when you come back, reach through your toes, lengthen through the crown of your head. Elbows stay into your ribs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Relax back down, hang your straps back up onto the pegs. Step off to the side, box is on for one more thing. Keep that one heavy red spring on. If you have shoulder injuries and this is too heavy, go to a medium. Hands are gonna go onto the 2 front corners of our box. We're standing in front of our foot bars. My feet are about hip distance away. We're gonna inhale, push the carriage out. The chest is gonna drop down in between our arms. Our heels are anchored, our hips are back. Again, if it's too heavy, go to a medium spring, round through your spine to come back in. Again, I'm gonna push out. Heels stay anchored, hips stay back. Drop your chest down in between your arms. Tuck your pelvis, round through your spine to come back in. 2 more times. Inhale out. Exhale, round to come back in. And then last one, inhale, push away. Now exhale, round, and just come to a flat back position. So ideally our chest is parallel to the floor, my abs are in. I'm gonna bend my elbows wide to bring the carriage in, back into push-ups. Exhale out, wide, and exhale, press. Again, my chest is staying in the same spot. I'm just bending my elbows wide to bring the carriage in, out, wide to come in, out. We're gonna go for 3. Make sure the eyes are looking straight down, not up. Okay, last one. We hold out. We go narrow this time, so bring your hands a little closer. When we bend, elbows go in towards our sides, and we exhale to press. Elbows in, exhale, press. Again, that spine is gonna stay in the same spot, legs stay in the same spot. We just bend our elbows into our ribs and push for narrow push-ups. 4, abs are in. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, when we push out, drop that chest one more time. Tuck round to come back in. Roll our spines all the way back up. We're gonna take our boxes off and they can just go to the sides. Now, once you set your box off to the side, we're gonna go 2 heavy springs, and then our foot bars can go all the way up. We're gonna finish with feet and straps. Now, if you ever want this heavier, you can always make it heavier for yourselves. That is up to you. I'm just gonna stick with 2 heavies today. When we get down, long loops go onto our feet. Okay, now once we get our long loops on, legs are going up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Feet are gonna be parallel with each other. I'm just gonna exhale, pull my legs straight down towards my springs, and then I'm gonna inhale, hinge, come back up. Exhale to pull straight down, inhale, hinge. Every time I lower my legs, I'm just making sure that my bra line or my ribs stay down into the mat so they're not lifting up when we pull. And then every time I come up, my sacrum stays heavy. Exhale, lower, inhale, hinge. And if you want your headrest up, they can be up or down, that's up to you. I like a little lift with mine. Exhale, lower, inhale, hinge. 3, 2, and then last one. Now, once we come up, we're gonna pause, come into our external rotation, so heels together, toes are turned apart. Legs are gonna lower down to, I always say like a little lower than a 45-degree angle. We're gonna go into our Peter Pan, so our pelvis is staying heavy. We're gonna open our right leg, bend our left knee. Again, that pelvis should stay nice and heavy, and then we're gonna push into both straps so that our legs meet back up to that starting position. We open the left, we bend the right, and then we push into both straps so our legs are back. We inhale, open, we exhale to press back center. So the idea is that when the right leg opens out to the side, the left hip stays heavy, and then when the left leg opens out to the side, the right hip stays heavy for those Peter Pans. It's an inhale to open and an exhale to push back center. We're gonna go for 4, 3, last one. Now when we push back center, we're gonna pause center, heels together, toes are turned apart, bend both knees in for our frogs, stretch both legs out. Inhale, bend in for our frogs, exhale to push back out. Bend and exhale, stretch. Again, that pelvis is just staying neutral the entire time. Inhale and exhale to press. I like to kind of squeeze my glutes as I push away. 3, 2, last one. Now we're gonna hold our legs out away from us, parallel feet. We're gonna hinge at the hips to come up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. We're opening our legs out to the sides. We're gonna press them down and around, zip them together, feet parallel, hinge to come back up for circles. We open wide, press down and around, zip, hinge to come back up again for those circles with our legs staying parallel, holding our neutral. Again, the entire time we should feel those adductors working to zip the legs together. 3 more. And then last one. Now, once we come up, we're gonna pause at the top and then reverse. We're gonna go down, open our legs wide to circle around and back up. We go straight down, we open to circle around and back up. Again, just maintaining that nice neutral. Every time our legs come together, they should be parallel. Four more. 2 and 1. Okay, now when those legs go back up, let's pause at the top. Low back's gonna go flat. I'm gonna tug on my ropes, flex my feet, just stretch out the backs of my legs. Open the legs wide out to the sides, adductors. If happy baby feels better, you can do a little happy baby. Okay, I'm gonna take my straps off my feet, hang them back up, can sit off to the sides. We are all finished. I hope you enjoyed that class. Thank you so much for joining me today.